So the goal is to build a £1 million dividend portfolio by the time I am 50. And this month I have made a little bit of a move, which isn't a dividend stock, but it is a growth fund added to it, which I will reveal. It's the first time I've done this, but this is the first video I will be doing an overview of the dividend payout that I've got, which was pretty good realistically over the course of the summer, and more importantly, what I've added to recently. I want to say this, only a small percentage of you guys who are watching these videos are subscribed. Please do. It is a brand new channel. This is like video number 5. So please do join us on the journey, and I will go through as best I can all the news, the information, all the earnings, everything. So just a small recap. We are on a journey to try and get silly amounts of money into a dividend portfolio via a stocks and share ISA. And I do have a SIP, I do have other things, and this is just a focus for these videos right now, to get to a really lofty number. Well, ideally, you could argue the normal scenario of returns currently today, I will do it. Safe scenario says no, we'll see. Obviously, past results don't indicate future performance. Remember, there's a disclaimer at the top of the screen. Please do your own research. Do not follow blindly. I'm a bit of an idiot. If you want to follow, you can. So we're going to do a little bit of an overview, a basic one, nothing crazy in terms of what the annual revenue is on the right-hand side there. We're going to talk about the overall portfolio value, which is currently there. We do have a bit of profit in there, and we do have some situation where I have topped up some of my investments, which I will go through. However, thus being said, just be mindful this will take a bit of time. Spoiler alert, Greg's has been the biggest investment due to a certain situation, which I will go on to. It's lost a bit of money, but nothing crazy. They have went down quite a lot, and that was part of the rebalance side of it, and more importantly, the investment and the pie investment. So I have bought a little bit of everything, realistically, just topped up the bags. Nothing crazy, but enough to kind of just get the monthly allowance up a little bit. We are over £7,000 invested for the course of this calendar year for the ISA allowance. Now, as I've alluded to it, Greg's had a really rough time. There's been a bit of a situation where the earnings had kind of been skidded away, so to speak, due to the fact of what happened over the course of the June heatwave. And what makes me laugh is, like, Greg's sausage rolls are often quite cold anyway, so it's probably not a bad thing, really, that it was a bit cold. But yeah, significant drop in the share price there. Profits have lowered a little bit, but in my viewpoint, I'm not too fussed. I think, you know, you can see here they have committed to the expansion. They've opened 87 new stores, and they're still aiming for more. Yeah, there's an element of like a little bit of risk here, but ultimately for me, in my opinion, I still think Greg's will be kind of a mainstay. I don't think it's going to go off the high street anytime soon. They do have to have an obvious overthink or a rethink realistically about shoplifters. We've seen a lot of videos going around with like shoplifting and stuff, so that could be a bit of an issue. Other things have happened as well. You know, gold has been touted as a potential risky kind of move because it's so expensive. Are people going to look at that? Are people going to look at alternative investment vehicles? You do have other positive news. So Coca-Cola HBC has released some really good results recently. Positive news. Obviously, Tesco as well here. Recent performance being led by its attractive financial prospects. An increase of 15% over the past 3 months. So there's been some really, really strong market performance here on their earnings and the growth over the course of the time. So there has been some positive price action. There has been some positive moves. There is some negative ones in here as well. National Grid crucial updates, which could be fun. Please don't go off in the power white. So yeah, there's a bit of a mixed bag here. But let's talk about some income. Now, there is some American stocks in a part of my US pie that I had, but I no longer have it. We had BAE Systems, which was a £34 dividend, or nearly £35. But some of the big hitters were towards the end of the month, and I had a £102 day, which was quite nice. AJ Bell and Tesco. That day on Tesco, I shit thee not. I literally spent £75 the following day, or in that same day period, to buy stuff in Tesco's, which thanks for the free shopping. Maybe kind of annoying. But other one to mention as well, we also had Bunzel on Wednesday, a nice £74 one. So there's been some good ones, not to mention, you know, the obvious in the room. It is nice in the summer period. You can see these here. So I have had a decent couple of months. You know, they have been pretty nice, but that is the tale of the UK stocks, which is kind of interesting that a lot of them do pay pretty big in the summer. Some of them are semi-annual as well, so they do it twice a year, not 4 times a year, sorry. So just be mindful of that if you are in UK dividend stocks. By the way, if you are interested in this platform, there's a link below. You can save 10% if you go for the free for the paid version. Sorry, there is a free version. It's totally free if you want to use it. There's just some stuff restricted. But if you want to take it seriously, you need to kind of see where your dividends are coming from, what you're getting, news, information, performance. It helps. Now we're going to talk about the fund that I'm plonking my money into. Very, very small amounts, probably about 1-2% of my portfolio. Now the reason being, I am a cryptocurrency investor as well as a dividend stock investor. Now, for me, I understand the market. This is very cyclical, by the way, and a lot of people have been in the comments, and feel free to comment what you think about, oh, I should have some growth funds. And I do echo that, but ultimately, I also partake in cryptocurrency, which is a bit chaotic in itself. But I am happy to put a 1-2% risk into this. Now, this does not pay a dividend. It is highly speculative, not financial advice. Blockchain is mental. There's a lot of companies buying up digital assets right now, and they're putting them on their balance sheets, and they're doing really well. I'll go through what sort of stocks are in this, and you're probably like, whoa, what the fuck? But ultimately, it's just one of those things. It is a classic speculative, stupid growth one that is just going to be a part of the ISA, which will eventually, hopefully, grow it over time. I will be very, very cautious with this, so to speak. In terms of holdings, you got the likes of Metaplanet, Robinhood, Coinbase, Iren, which is a mining company. You've got other ones as well, such as PayPal. You've got TerraWolf, which is also a mining company, Visa, Hut8, MasterCard. They are all very much digital assets, realistically, a part of the Bitcoin mining ecosystem, a part of, like, realistically, MasterCard, Visa, MicroStrategy, Coinbase. You've probably heard of these companies. But yeah, it's a very much an interesting fund, and it does have a decent weight, about, I think, 40 companies in here. 40 companies, give or take. So there's enough, or 39 actually. So it's decent spread, but as I've alluded to it is very cyclical. It is very speculative. So please be mindful. It's not been around for that long neither. So it's only been around since the 7th of September 2022. So the data isn't amazing in terms of the back end. But as I say, if you want to get something a bit more speculative, yeah, why not? But I have made money on this in the past. I have partaken in a bit of mining kind of investing, and I kind of like got caught out a little bit with the volatility. So I wanted to remove the volatility from my kind of situation here. And yeah, £903 is profit I've made in the past here, but I want to show you the chart. This is kind of what happened. I was buying at the lows and I didn't take profit, and I actually sold my bag there. I could have took a profit a lot higher, obviously. I have rebought here. I've only put a little amount in so far, only £50. But as I say, I'm going to just build up to it, and I'm going to build up to about 2% of my portfolio. But this one isn't about income. It's away from the pie. It's about stupid long-term growth, potentially. But I will be taking profits as it's high and hopefully rebuying back when it's lower. But at the minute, I do have 17 stocks currently, or 16 stocks and one fund. I will be looking to add a couple more potential additions just to kind of diversify into other markets and keep the spread risk as low as possible, because you don't want a company blowing up on you. But yeah, as always, I will be planning to do allocations and random contributions for the follow along. And so you can see here, I've used 7,390 for the year. I still have a lot more to go. It's still very, very early in the year as well. And I will keep you updated on this. But yeah, the blockchain fund is the speculative one. There probably will be another fund added at some point. But as I say, I want to kind of keep it mainly income based alongside the fact of potential growth. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think and what should I be looking to add. There's been a few comments in previous videos, and I would like to get them all kind of looked at, and we will go through them in more detail on other videos if you want to do some research. Let me know as well what sort of content you would like to see. Obviously, it's a new channel. I'd like to get some feedback. And yeah, see you in the next one. But if you want to see the overall portfolio, there's a link up here. You can see this video.